uradi wakumani wajina naseudo yonku udounia seua sasa sieni dani butu mipo tutu oku pumpa insuro noka
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is yet indeed a new day, a bright Sunday, a day that the Lord has made, that we should all be glad and rejoice in it. Today, it's yet another episode of From the Beginning, life experience that will help you to locate your destination, that will help you how you can turn yourself around in order to get on the right track. Today, we have another episode. The topic is a journey through general nursing to ophthalmic nurse specialist. This afternoon, we have with us our own brother, very handsome, equipped, with a good brain, Brother Addai Soro. You're welcome to Richmond Media, Brother Soro. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We've tried very hard to get here. Pardon us if it's not coming. Brother Soro. Anyway, if you are transferring money from UK to Ghana or Nigeria, I encourage you to use OAPay. OAPay. As soon as you put the money through, we send it to your family members, friends. Is it for school fees? Is it for feeding? Is it for a project, or is it for hospital bills? I recommend only one company. You might have tried other companies that have disappointed you, but with OAPay, you will never be disappointed. As soon as you put the money through, it just arrives at its destination. You don't like this, what else would you prefer? Use OAPay. It has a good rate. There's no hidden charges. You can just download the app from App Store or Google Play. As soon as you download it, you can just use it straight away. Just try OAPay and you will testify the goodness that OAPay can bring to your doorsteps. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest is just coming back as soon as possible. The network from Ghana is not helping us, but we have been able to get this far. Therefore, we will be able to complete the program. Mr. Soro, on here.
Wakumani wajina naseudo yonku udounia seua sasa sieni dani butu mipo tutu oku pumpa insuro noka
Yesu
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it was just a network problem from Ghana, not here in the UK. So Mr. Soro is back. Mr. Adesro, you're welcome back once again to Richmond Media.
Thank you.
I know a bit about you. People don't know you. So is it possible to tell us who Mr. Adesro is? Thank you. Mr.
Hello.
Soro, hello.
Yes,
Can you
please.
hear
Yes,
me,
please.
please? Can you tell us about you, who you are, please? Mr. Addai. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it is one of the days. Sometimes things just go in a way that we are all not happy for it to happen like that. But Ghana network is not helping us. This person, we are connecting to the person right from Ghana. The network is not helping us. So please bear with us as we continue to push through until we get there.
wakumani wajinyina na seudo yonku udo unia seua sasa sieni dan.
Mr. Adesro, are you back? I hope this time the network becomes stable for us. You're welcome back once again to Richmond Media.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I think my network wasn't helping me at all, but I've tried to change it to another network. I don't know if now you can hear from me.
Yeah, we can hear you very well. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Could you please tell us who Mr. Adesro is?
Okay, as you rightly said, my name is Addai Soro. I am a graduate nurse or a graduate specialist as I speak to you now. And I come from Nkransa, which is in the Bunahafo or in the Bunu East region. And currently I'm living in Kumasi. I've been in the health sector for about 12 years now. And I've been practicing as a nurse specialist who cares for the eye as I speak as of now. I am the last born of my family.
Thank you, Mr. Ade. So, where did life start from Nkranza, which schools you've been through. We are very, very interested in those aspects. So if you can just elaborate on that, I will be very, very happy.
Okay, I was fortunate that I started from way back an international school, which is in Nkranza. First, I was in one school named by Star International. That's where I started my primary school. And then as I was going forward, my dad decided to send me to another school, which is a Kali school. But then it was a private school. So I started from that area. And do you know one funny thing? Because I started from the school which they enforce English as a medium of communication, I find it difficult to speak my own dialect, that is the Twi. So as I was growing up or from the school, English was the only language that I used to speak at that time. After completing my JHS, which is in 2000 thereabout, I can't really recall it. I came to secondary school at Brekum. That is where I started my secondary school education. And I completed in 2013, 2003, sorry. After which I moved to Kumasi to continue my education. And one thing that I always cherish or always wish to always happen is I don't want to be at one area to learn. At least you change of environment, you meet different people with different characters and behaviors. You learn from them, you know what are the do's and don'ts. So I decided to always further my education in a different area. So I moved to Kumasi to further my education. After which I decided, no, let me go back to Accra to continue my education. So from there, that was in 2018. I came to Accra to further my education for 3 years. And currently, I am practicing as a nurse specialist who cares for the eye. And I'm planning that my next studies will be outside the country.
Thank you so much for telling us about who you are. Throughout your education or your life, how has life been? Has it been difficult or has it been easy for you from childhood till now?
Primary school through to JHS to SS, life wasn't difficult. It was pretty okay. Reason is I was fortunate my dad was able to provide whatever I need. So in terms of monetary issues, I didn't find anything like that. But when it comes to academic too, I don't know. I was fortunate that I didn't find it difficult in learning. Anytime I sit by the book, I will get it. And then when I go to the exams, I write it and pass. So my BC, I wrote it once, I passed. When I came to secondary school too, academically, I was one of the leading students in class. So I was being elected as the class prefect by then, by force, because they see me to be that I have that potential in me. But after completing SS, that is where the trouble started. So back primary to JHS to high school, I was pretty fine and things were moving on well. I was even the one who was teaching most of my students. And I was somebody who is very good in mathematics when it comes to calculations. So way back in SS, I sit my colleagues down to teach them, especially the ladies. You know, ladies are most who was helping them in math throughout the SS until I completed from SS.
Thank you so much for letting us know about that. A nurse, a general nurse,
Yeah.
and ophthalmic nurse specialist. How is life for you? How do you
Okay.
find life? Are you able to achieve your set target? I know you said your next level you want to study outside Ghana,
Sure.
but do you think you've been able to achieve what you wanted to at this point in time?
Okay. Let me start from when I started my training course. That was the nursing training. That was in 2008, 2008 to 2011. That was the time I moved to Kumasi to begin my training school. And that is where I started facing real life. Because that was the time I came and then I was meeting different people from different schools with some with good academics, very good in other aspects. So that was where the challenges started. And then I started flopping in terms of academics. So I made my mind to stop the program because I saw that coming back to nursing training to be trained as a professional nurse and looking at the academic calendar and the level of what things we are learning, I saw that it was very difficult for me. So I called my dad home that I can't continue the education. I want to move from the nursing training to teacher training or to other programs like the polytechnics or university, because I thought maybe by then, if I move to that area, things will be cheaper for me. But I remember one day my principal called me and told me that there's nothing like easy in life. You need to strive, you need to force, you need to put in more effort before you be able to achieve what you want. So I made my mind that let me say that my first academic results came out and I was rated the third class. So when my principal and some tutors sit me down, they now begin to teach me ways of how I'll be able to learn. So I started adopting that style of learning. So I got to know that now things have started changing gradually. And let me tell you, I finished with second class upper. I nearly got first class. And I was shocked for what I was able to do for myself because looking at where it started from and from the encouragement from the tutors and the principal, I'll be able to make this. Then when I come to work, I should be able to put all the effort I can to make sure that
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're still trying to get Mr. Soro back on track. Whilst we're waiting, we have some
be able
comments.
to achieve all those things before I move. So at the end of the day, I take my task bar and I'll check things that I was able to achieve and things that I wasn't able to do it. And then I'll try to evaluate myself. So that's practicing was academically very good for me. And I really cherish that most people that pass through my hands through the hospital care now sees me and then they praise me that it wasn't because of me, they would have died at the hospital. And I'm so happy that I've been able to impart some changes in people's life, both physically, psychologically, and mentally.
Thank you so much. So, now that you have been able to reposition yourself, prepare yourself physically, mentally, and psychologically, who has been your greatest inspiration and a motivator?
I would say my principal, his name is Daniel Atatufo. He was one man that anytime he sees you, he did psychology and mental psychiatry. So he's somebody. The moment he sees you, he's able to picture something that he think that you may be thinking in mind. Then he calls you personally and me that he saw within my face that I was putting fear in me in the academic learning, and then he tried to make impact using his own personal life. And the second person too was I met him when I was doing my specialty in eye at Accra. And that woman has also been able to impart a lot of change in me. She draw me closer to her. And he was somebody that he always push things that I think I cannot do. He pushes on me that you can do it. There is nothing like impossibility. If somebody has done it before, you too can do it. So the woman tried to impart those things in me. And now I can see that it has really made a change in my life. And I really cherish it. And there are people that I always look to one in terms of um, looking for somebody to be as a motivation for me.
Thank you so much. As a nurse, a general nurse, and ophthalmic nurse as well, the COVID-19 has just been, and it is still with us, it's not leaving us. How has that affected your life?
Hmm. It has affected my life in so many ways, both physically, mentally, and socially. let me start with the mental one. Mentally, it affected my mind because I see that anytime I see people, anytime I see people, I think that they are also having the condition because my elder sister was being affected by this. And I have to find ways of means of nursing her in the home. And now, if I go to the work and come home, I come and meet my little girl. I come to meet my would-be wife in the house. So how do I talk to them? Do I have to go and in hospital we say I will have to sanitize myself before I talk to them? Meaning, do I have to go and put myself in a fridge to sterilize the whole body before I talk to them? Do I have to sit in a distance before I talk to them? What should I do? So mentally, always when I come home, I have in mind that have I been affected by the disease? How am I going to cope with people? So mentally, I was finding it difficult. Even people closer to me, I have to be avoiding them from me because I think, or I was having in mind that I have been affected, and it's likely that I might affect my wife or my children, or my little girl, or maybe my sister. So mentally, I was trying to. It was really a battle in my mind. Socially, I decided to get closer to social gatherings. When church even started operating, or when government gave the opportunity that now church can operate, I find it difficult to go into church because I think going to church and coming to work, I might even introduce the virus into somebody at the church premises. So during that time, I find it difficult even going to church. So I try to stay home and always be on the Zoom for church activities, on YouTube for church activities, because mentally, socially, it was really affecting me. And then psychologically, I wasn't fit. Always I see myself that I'm sick. Anytime I get some little cold, then I try to associate it with the COVID-19. Already have been getting cold, you have been getting this kind of flus and other things. But because of this virus and because of the time that it has happened, anytime I feel any symptom, I think it's because of that one. So it wasn't easy for me at all. It wasn't easy. And always putting nose mask throughout my work. And as my work as I speak, but then I have specialized. So I was the one always doing caring for the eye. And then in the process of caring for the eye, you need to get closer to the patient a little bit. And getting closer to the patient, then it comes to mind that is the patient being infected? So it was really tough for me. But I have to put all those things aside and work as a professionally trained person.
Thank you so much. If you have been able to work professionally as a trained person to cope with COVID, how do you, as a dad, husband, or husband to be, and a nurse, how do you balance your life?
It's not easy. It's not easy balancing work and family issues. I work not less than 8 to 9 hours per day, depending. And because of the my work nature, a lot of people invite me for other programs in their church, in their organization. Some have to leave and go to them in the evening for lectures, for education, for teachings, for training and stuff. So it becomes very tough. I come home and then my sister will be talking, always work, always work, always work. Are you Forrest Nightingale? Forrest Nightingale is one of the people who started nursing and who have made the nursing to be as it is now. So people will tell, my sister will tell me, are you Forrest Nightingale? My wife too will also say that, are you Forrest Nightingale? Because they think that the work issue is taking much of my time. So now I leave home by 7, at times 5, 6 p.m. I come home and then come and meet our wife and she's also complaining. But then you have not gotten married. But it's not easy seeing somebody that you want to marry and then looking at this work and other stuff. At times I sit in my room lonely, crying, thinking, how do I do? What should I do? Because I don't want to lose my wife. Neither do I also want to lose the connection between me and my patients. So things wasn't easy. But one thing that I always added to it that has helped me is I never forgot to pray. I never forgot. Anytime I feel this kind of challenges and difficulties in my life, I just go on my knees, whatever I am, and then I start to pray. And the moment I start praying, then I feel that kind of self-relief, self-satisfaction. Then from there, I can be able to gather things up and then face the reality.
Thank you so much. What has been your greatest challenge or joy within your profession as a nurse?
Within my profession as a nurse, the greatest joy is to see a patient coming to me complaining that maybe my eye is paining me, it's red, I can't see well, I'm getting this kind of itching, I'm getting this kind of discharges. And then the next day, you meet out the same person in a bus and you tell a dog, what you did for me, the dog gave it to me, has worked perfectly. Now I am fine, I'm no more complaining of this. Then in tree, we say, then I get swollen headed. Yes, because I'll be able to impart I'll be able to make somebody get healing from his sickness, which will always impact me to do more. So at times I work overtime due to some of these things because I think somebody, the last person that I think that my time is up, I need to close and go home, that person needs my help. And that person will be somebody who will go and then give testimony that had I not been this person, I would have been blind. Had I not been this person, I wouldn't be able to wake up. I would have been crippled or whatever. I would have even died. So those things motivate me more to do more. And I even don't think about money because after that one, although it's important, but you come to meet it, we leave it and go. But what motivates me is the joy I see in my patient's face.
Thank you. If someone is watching you this afternoon or listening to you and wants to be like Mr. Soro, what would be your advice to the person?
I will advise the person to put on his shoes because it's not going to be easy in life. Before I came to nursing training, I knew somebody who has been there and he has completed, and she has failed his exams. I just told my mom that, oh, this lady is academically poor. He doesn't know anything, and he's going to nursing training to be a nurse. Look at how he has done. He has even failed his exams. That was my thought. But until I entered into the nursing training and I saw the academic calendar and the courses that we are doing, studying the whole body from head to toe, you need to know all the type of vessels that is circulate to the body, the circulating system, how blood moves from the heart to all parts of the body, how the stomach works, how the brain works. It's not easy. So it demands for a lot of for you to sit down to learn. I just tell the person that you should put on his shoes, that you should make it in mind that once somebody has been able to achieve this, there's no way that you cannot achieve it. The only thing that you cannot achieve is when the thing is not achievable for everybody. But if one person has been able to achieve it, no matter how people see you, you know Abraham Lincoln, you know
Yeah.
all these people, they and now we see them and then we mention their name that this person, Abraham Lincoln, and other stuff are now people that we can talk about that they are heroes. So to able to achieve it, you need to put in effort. You will rise, you will fail. Let me give you one example. I competed in 2011. I failed my exams. It's not that because I wasn't good. I had second class upper in school. So why is that I go to write my final exam and I failed? I, I sit down and I try to analyze how it went. And I saw that the reason why I failed was from me. I sit down and I started calculating and then putting things together. I went for the second time and I have passed. I went to the tertiary when I was doing my tertiary education at the university. I competed UCC, University of Cape Coast. And anybody who is in Ghana who has completed UCC will testify that their exams is not easy. But I came out with second class upper. I nearly got first class. Why? Because I made in mind that I will pass. So you need to put that thing in mind that you will pass. Even if Everybody is failing. You yourself, you will pass, and I'm sure you'll be able to make it.
Thank you. If that is the case, the course that you did before coming to this far, I know nursing is not one way route
Yeah.
to come to this far. There are various ways. How can you advise someone on which one of them is the best way to go through? Because the reason why I'm saying this is it's not everyone that will be able to study at the BSc level, but the person can pass through the other way to become a nurse. What
Okay.
advice
So
could you
now
give it
to
to
become a
people?
nurse, okay, what the advice I can give now is to become a nurse, you need to pass your SSC. That is, you need to get the required grade that you're supposed to get. Currently, what they require in Ghana, you're supposed to get not less than C5 in Ghana before all the subjects. That is English, math, science. You need to get not less than C5. But for the elective, you need to get 3 electives that you pass, which is not less than the C5. For that one, you can become a diploma nurse. Somebody too may write the exams and then the EMS, that is the English, math, science. He or she might get maybe C6 or C7. You can also go and do community nursing. And in the community nursing, after graduating, you are being qualified as a community nurse. So this is what people do. After getting the qualification as a community for 3 years, after 3 years, he or she will apply for diploma course for him to go and do diploma in nursing, which will give you 2 years. Some do it for 2 years, others do it for 3 years. So you go and do the diploma in nursing, then you do it for the 3 years. Then after that, then you go further to pursue the BSc in nursing. Some too during the Kufuor time, that is President Kufuor, some were being employed as healthcare assistants. So those people that were being employed as healthcare assistants, they worked in the facility, and the facility gave them the opportunity to go and do community nursing. And then some too were able to go and do the diploma. So the most important thing is you need to get SSC results, which is at least C6 or C7 if you want to pursue nursing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Soro, for giving us your life experience from general nursing to ophthalmic nurse
Yes.
specialist. We have some comment that I would like us to crack on it, which Brother George Akon says, "Good afternoon, watching you live from Ghana in the Volta region." Thank you, Brother George, for watching us. Alex Josam, stylish, Lena, Antoinette, Edbert. And then Jennifer Achampoma says, "God bless your ambition, Mr. Addai." Stylish Lena Antoinette Edbert says, "Thank you." Thank you, our viewers and listeners, for watching us this afternoon and listening to us this afternoon. It has really been a valuable time, though we're having some difficulties, but I think the experience that Mr. Soro has shared with us is really, really very important. And if any of us is finding life difficult, wants to get into nursing or wants to continue with the nursing degree, even if you are community nurse or you are diploma nurse, you can look at what Mr. Suro has done and you can follow his path by making your way to the university to complete it with BSc and even beyond that. That is what Mr. Suro has given us this afternoon. What else do you want to hear? Mr. Soro, practicing now as ophthalmic nurse, how do people see you in Ghana? Because sometimes they recognize you as a doctor or as a nurse.
Okay, let me chip in this one before I come to your question. As I said, rightly said, that to be a nurse, either you do the diploma or you do the community, and then become a diploma nurse or a community nurse. Or maybe some may decide that I have passed my exams well, so I will go straight to university to do BSc in nursing, and then he becomes a degree nurse. For that one is also there. Someone too may say, okay, I'll pass to the community level, I will work for 3 years, I will apply for school, go and do my diploma for 2 years or 3 years, I'll come and practice for another 3 or 4 years, go back and do my degree for another 3 years, sorry, 2 years or 3 years. Now I'll come back and do my community nursing for another 3 years. So that is what my profession is.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Mr. Soro's network is not working properly back in Ghana. UK here we don't have a problem. So if something is going wrong, it's coming from that end. However, we are almost at the end of the program, so we haven't missed much at all. He is back, so he can complete it. Thank you, Mr. Soro.
So thank you. So what I was just trying to chip in was, you can after doing your BSc or doing your diploma, you can further to do your masters, your doctorate, and your PhD, because nursing doesn't end at just your first degree. You can do your masters and PhD. So I have a colleague who has finished his PhD now and is now a doctor. Coming back to your question, when I come to clinic, people call me, some call me doctors, others do call me nurse, others do call me by my name Addai, and of which I accept all of them, because in my profession, I am not a doctor. I am a nurse specialist or nurse special, and my job is to care for people who have difficulty in seeing distances. So in my profession, I am not a doctor, I am a nurse. So my qualification is nurse, ophthalmic nurse. That is what my name is. But people have a notion that anybody who is at the consulting room is a doctor. Whether it's a nurse, whether it's a cleaner, once they meet you in the consulting room, people call you as a doctor, of which at times you need to just accept it and just move on, because taking time to explain to them, some may not understand it. So that is it.
I ask you this question because I know definitely that will happen. That's why I
Yes,
ask you.
yes,
So
sure,
your
sure, sure.
that brings another question. Your colleague that has finished the PhD,
Yeah.
what kind of title, using a title as a doctor in academics, or is he practicing as a medical doctor?
Okay. They are using the title as the profession, but he's not practicing as a medical doctor. He has attained the qualification as a doctor, but he is not a medical doctor to practice
Thank
in
you
nursing.
so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
To end the program, what has been your strategic plan to your success at this point? Thank you.
It's prayers. In simple terms, I would say prayers. Why am I saying that? When I was doing my BSc, that was the time I was about completing. Things became very tough because I need to do my research work. That's my project work. And there were different project work I was doing at that time. And I need to do it myself. And to do a research work is not easy in Ghana. Look at the money that you are going to incur in it. Look at the questionnaires and people that you go out and interview. Getting data and gathering the data together wasn't easy. But my motivation was to always go on my knees and pray. And I saw it that anytime I do that, it gives me another strength. And I see that I'm now even starting the program. I'm now starting the challenge that I'm trying to face. So I will encourage people that let prayers be the number one answer to everything that you are doing. When you do that, I tell you, you will always succeed. No matter how difficult the things may be, you will surely succeed in it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Soro, for giving us your life experience from the beginning, where life started from step by step, from primary up to the university level. Indeed, the Lord has been gracious to you. And as you look forward to your next journey to study outside the country, may it come to pass as your heart
Amen.
desires. Do you have any final word that you want to give it to our viewers and listeners at this moment, please? It looks like Mr. Soro is not coming back, therefore, we will call it a day from the beginning. Life experience every Sunday, the same time from 4 to 5 UK time. Please make it a point to join us every Sunday, and you have the chance, the opportunity to listen to life experiences from different people that will help you, your son, your daughter, your family member, your friend, to change their also life, to get back to the norm. It's not everyone that get this opportunity. This is helping us, the youth and everyone, encouraging lives for them to be resurrected, not coming from the grave, but at least their life, wherever, whatever they want to be, they'll be able to think about it as they get different experience from different people to know exactly what they want to do, or even if they want to change profession. This program help people. Mr. Suru, you wanted to give us your last word before we come to
Yes,
an.
please. Okay. My last word I wanted to give to people, my viewers, is you need to be focused in life. Everything that you want to do, just be focused. Don't let anything be a step back. If you are not being focused, you wouldn't be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. The youngsters that has coming, what I've seen of late is they are always on social media, not something educative, but always watching this kind of TikTok, Facebook, and watching this kind of videos and stuff. Fine, it's good to entertain your mind, but you have to make your academic the number one priority in your life, and always put God first. God first, academic second. And anytime you do such things in your life, I tell you, you'll be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Don't put your trust in your parents. Your parents cannot do anything to push you to whatever you are. Don't put your trust in your mom, your siblings, or anybody. They cannot help you. They can push you to a certain level, but they cannot push you to where you want to be. The only person that can push you to where you want to be is you yourself. So you push yourself, and I think you'll be able to achieve it. This is what I want to give to my viewers this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Mr. Soro, for your time upon all the difficulties you've been able to make it to reach more media. Once again, we say thank you, and I hope we will see you again, possibly a week or 2 weeks' time on health issues. May God
Sure.
bless you and keep you as you step out there to continue to care for your ophthalmic patients or patient with eye problems. To everyone, we cannot stop thanking you. Maud Boza says, Addai to the world, thank you. God bless everyone that has made it possible to join us this afternoon. Until the same time again, it is bye-bye for now. God bless us all from Richmond Media. Before I go, I forgot to say happy birthday to the boss of Richmond Media. As a year has been added to his years yesterday, boss, as you journey through your life, may the good Lord continue to bless you and shower his blessings upon your life. Everything that you are doing in life, may it flourish as it has been designed by God. May the good Lord lead you to take Richmond Media to the highest level. Until we meet again the same time again next week, it's happy birthday to my own boss, say Bobby of Richmore Media. Thank you to everyone for watching us this afternoon. My name is Hanna
Thank
Bimah.
you.
Sewudo uradi wakumani wajina na sewudo yonku udo unia sewa sasa sieni dani butu Mipo tutu koku pumpa insuro noka